hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? It's going to come down with another video. In this video, we talking a topic that like anything when it comes to like Chrisean and Blueface, I'm automatically like turned off because it's like we done seen it and we done heard it all at this point. Okay, and now there's marriage involved. What Candy Auntie said, I don't want you to marry. Okay, I don't want you to marry Chrisean. Now I don't believe they're married. I'll say that to begin with. The reason why is because there's a lot of legalities that come with marrying somebody that's behind bars. So I don't think that Blueface would put, you know, him and his finances in jeopardy for a marriage while he's behind bars. I just don't see him doing that. I may be wrong. So let's just start off there. I don't believe this marriage. Now, this all started over Twitter. Y'all all seen the past few days. Jaidyn was exposing her bestie for allegedly, you know, sleeping around at Blueface and doing it disrespectfully, being at her crib, basically making a mockery of her and Blueface's relationship, heavy on the relationship, right? And all of that was done, right? Now, Blueface, I guess, probably got a wind of this behind the bars and behind the clink car and decided to unfollow Jaidyn on all social media platforms, delete every video that he has with her on all his social media platforms, I guess as like a FU. And apparently, Jaidyn is now claiming that Chrisean, Chrisean, y'all, is married to Blueface, okay? Now, she went on a huge Twitter rant and threw a lot of shade and a lot of direct disses at Chrisean, which Chrisean decided to hit up that good old chat GPT and reply, all right? She said, who marries a nigga? Nigga. Interesting. Who marries a nigga who don't call his kids and owe child support? Just give me my money. Tate Punani means everything. It touch it go to do your homework. Everything one of them touch, either in jail, broke, homeless, not here anymore, or confused. All my BDs hit the Migos for repost and make check on. Oh, scary. My YouTube videos are gone. Tell my BD asked his about the video she was showing off. When she found out my ex, homegirl, they both fanned through the Migos on my mama. Okay, now y'all probably wonder why she keep mentioning the Migos situation. Now, it's all really to blame Jade. Okay, Jade, which is Chrisean's former best friend, which I made a video about this online and sort of alluded and directly said that the reason why she knew that Chrisean was a demon was when she found out that Chrisean had relations with Offset. Okay, now Chrisean replied back to a lot of this shade with a whole thick ChatGPT paragraph. He said, again, nobody's playing victim. Well, let me start from the jump because this ain't it, okay? That ain't it, all right? Because it was a lot, okay? He said, why ask me a question concerning us being married if you so-called unbothered and can care less? We grown-ups. Use your words. Stop talking, she said. Stop taking with emotions. That's what she meant. Go network, go do streams, put yourself out there. Show why people is better off not disrespecting you. Go, Jay. You got this Facebook drama played. It's played out. And then this is where she goes with the full soliloquy about, Blueface, about Jaidyn and how she could do better in regards to Blueface. He said, again, nobody's playing victim. Now you're trying to play stupid. It ain't gonna work. For real, it's weird. This beef is dragged way too long from 2020. You telling me. That's why I like talk about the bitches. You truly don't like me and can't stand me because of a man. That's why we ain't cool. Okay, he stopped talking to you, deleted everything on his social. Not because he's mad, because we are setting boundaries. This is why I can't take Chrisean serious. Boundaries and Blueface don't go together. Blood and Blueface go together more than boundaries and Blueface go together. And that nigga's a crip. Like, come on, man. Really, Chrisean? A nigga will tell you all he can when he behind bars and he's not free. Of course he's going to sell you the dreams in the world. He can't do nothing, nigga. He's behind constraint, behind bars. He can't do a thing. They'll tell you anything. It's when they're released from there, that's when you're going to really see the true colors. But I digress. Okay, he stopped talking, delete everything. Because it's not because he's mad, because we are setting boundaries. But F that. Say if me and him don't work out. You're crashing out, motivating him to disconnect. Because obviously you felt disrespected from him, but he had the upper hand with stuff. What you blaming me for? Y'all fall out. Now, Blueface deleted Jaidyn's videos off of the YouTube. That's disrespectful. And I hope you didn't delete it and you just unlisted it or made it private because you a dumbass nigga, because that's money you just threw away in the garbage can. YouTube is paid off of revenue, meaning watch time. So it's not a flex as much as he thinks it is if he actually went and literally deleted it. That'd be pretty dumb in my opinion. I can't get with the toughie thing you doing. You and I both know who will get whooped if we actually go there, nigga. At Jaidyn, I married him because I took a risk on love. Chrisean, you took a risk when you put his face tattooed on your face. That's a risk. The marriage at this point is just added stupidity. You worried about why I married him. I'm wondering why our kids ain't fully back yet. You held my son when he was 3 or 4 months old. I understand you're feeling hurt and disappointed right now, and I truly empathize with what you're going through. It's important to acknowledge these feelings. This is why I say Chrisean, I don't think wrote this. But I also want to remind you that your worth isn't defined by someone else's actions. I'm passing you this advice because someone once told me this when I was crashing out. Oh, you finished crashing out, Chrisean. You have so much potential and strength within you. And I believe your ability to overcome this and create something amazing for yourself and your kids. You can't be confused if you don't call the kids, if you bragging online how you don't pick up calls. Telling the world F him while he's locked up. Plus his mother Carlissa exploiting our babies for clout. Now Carlissa had to reply back to this, of course, because one thing about Carlissa, she's not going to stay shut. Okay? I suppose our babies for clout. Pick a better babysitter. You cut that lady off once before, so why bother with his mother knowing she only watching them kids to hurt him and post weird stuff? Let me tell y'all something. I don't agree with this. I don't like and agree with what Carlissa does sometimes, but one thing about it, she let him damn grandkids. I don't give a fuck. She let him damn grandkids. And Chrisean, you have all this advice. Are you going to pay for a babysitter? I'm confused. I'm telling y'all, from what I've seen, listen, I'm outside looking in, so it is what it is. But from what I have seen over time, following them since forever, Carlissa does not play around with them grandkids. Although the social media stuff that she has done, posting videos, doing little interviews, the stuff for the show, I'm not a big fan of that because it is a little bit of exploitation in regards to her using them for maybe monetary gain for the Sit Talk show and all that. I don't like that, but I don't feel like she plays around with those kids at all. Like she makes sure, in my opinion, from what I see, that they're well taken care of. Someone tell her what exploitation means. The action or fact, this is Carlissa, y'all. The action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. Get him help publicly because you ruined him publicly. You're the only one who treated a child unfairly publicly. Ooh. Now, Carlissa, you saying stuff like this is why you'll never see Junior. What I did was share the good times and the hard times my babies are suffering. You tried to share the good, but hiding the bad because you're guilty. pushed the baby out and lied and said he was healthy is total exploitation. The disappointment you created could have been avoided. Hers, she had no control of. But I'll continue to pray for you and your husband and your child because you have a long, hard ride ahead, and I want nothing but the best for y'all. The disappointment Jaidyn has to suffer is temporary. Y'all's is forever. When I tell y'all one thing about Carlissa, she gonna make fun of Junior, which this is why when she begs about wanting to see him, it's never gonna happen. At this point, you saying stuff like this, you didn't even have to bring up Junior. You could have defended yourself with you exploiting your kid because, well, exploiting the grandkids at that without mentioning him, because this is the stuff that like Chrisean uses as more of evidence as to why you would never see Junior. Now, continuation of Chrisean and her soliloquy, while I don't agree with abandonment or how things have unfolded with our children's father, I want you to know that you don't have to carry the weight of his decisions. You're not alone. You are not alone. And you deserve to be happy. Everyone does. It's okay. But most importantly, don't lose sight of your own power. You have the ability to rise above and create the life you truly deserve for yourself. One where you can feel confident, strong, and ready to show your kids what true resilience looks like. Going back and forth about a man isn't me anymore. So if you beef with him, please leave me out of it. This beef we got is played out. When Blueface wrote this diss track for you towards me, that's where you messed up. At doing things out of spite don't work. Even when I made Mr. Take Your Bid, directed every lyric to him, not you. But even that was lame on me. Because doing things to people because it's done to me don't really satisfy the spirit. It corrupts your soul and heart and causes setbacks and delays. Nobody wins beefing over penis. Beefing with you is childish. And our kids are related. Back when I was 20 and 23. Listen here, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen. I just cannot sit here and act because I see a lot of the comments. They're like, oh my God, Chrisean has grown. That's good and all, well and all. But has she really grown if she went and married this man while he's incarcerated? Is that growth? Riddle me this, riddle me that. I really want y'all to know this is just my opinion. I'm no judge and jury, but it's just my opinion. What that Tamara lady says, my opinion! Literally. You feel me? Like, is that really growth? I'm just saying. It does sound great. It sounds amazing, Chrisean, okay? Bitch, you giving Jaylamina a run for her money. Back when I was 20 and 23, in the heydays, my brain wasn't fully developed. So beefing with anyone was funny. But this isn't funny anymore. It's weird. I agree. And I truly feel like you probably was drunk AF tweeting your emotions. But I had to learn that stuff don't do nothing but make crashing out a bad habit. Instead, put all that energy into your craft. And by the way, I'm taking this advice as well. And then Jaidyn tweeted back and said, at Chrisean, I wouldn't even read all of that even if I was paid to. For the love of God, shut the fuck up. Jaidyn, I can't. Jaidyn, it's not that you didn't want to read it, girl. I don't think you can read the whole thing. That's shame. We done heard you try to rap. You replied back, which means you read it. That's all the truth can ever be a diss to you. Screaming about money and child support. How much you need? Your book is paid $7K. That don't include flights to hotels and food. And they slowed up. Nobody book you right now, so I get the frustration. Ooh. Chrisean is digging for reads. Somebody is encouraging her to push and write this out either, or she's fed up at this point, because in my opinion, I never really seen Chrisean go at Jaidyn like this. I get the frustrations, but don't drag me in it. Take that up with him. You crash out over the internet is cry out for help, and it's unnecessary. And Zeus only give you $20K for the reunion. Your rent probably $11K a month. Oh my God, or less. And if you got a car note, those funds ain't matching ish. So I get it. Damn, bitch. Oh my God. Not you clocking her financials. Here's the thing. when it comes to the financial aspect of Jaidyn and using Zeus and baddies, I don't think she's using it to its full advantage. Because if you're so serious about being an artist, you should be dropping music like it's hotcakes. I done seen Biggie preview a song, and I haven't heard a new track from Jaidyn since Shake Like a Barbie, which was like over a year ago. So when it comes to that part of it, Chrisean ain't telling a lot of lies. And then she said, if you got your own money, what you screaming for child support? Now, this is why I feel like, Chrisean, you out of line. How dare you tell the next bitch what she should be wanting to take care of her children that she didn't have by herself? That's disrespectful to me. Last time I checked, Jaidyn didn't have the baby by a stud. Now, Blueface may be shaped like a stud, but the nigga got a dick. And it's his baby too. So he should be paying some sort of support to support the baby. It shouldn't just be her. And if you got your own money, what you screaming for child support? That nigga put you in a position to be a star. You said it out your own mouth, he's a good dad. Which one is it? And why type a message disrespecting God? Because you upset with everyone. The Jesus joke isn't funny. And then she further went, because the reunion, y'all, is filming tomorrow night. I'll pull up to the reunion just to prove this is all phony. But the difference between me and you, they gave you $20K. I only take $200K. That's a big difference. It's a big difference between me and you. You bitches are talking to me! Child. Chrisean came with that big difference energy. You bitches are talking to me! You bitches talking to me! She did one of that. Okay? And if they don't got that for me, they can move around. Shit. At least hustle your $20K. You probably got more if you stood out and you whooped Biggie like you was supposed to. Now, clock that T. Chrisean, you ain't lying with that one. Let me tell you, when I stopped respecting, Jaidyn, this is why I lost respect for her. It had nothing to do with Blueface or nothing. It's when she let Biggie kind of like a little bit do her big one, and then she played victim. That's when I lost all respect for her. I said, you let Biggie kind of whoop you, and then you play victim. You talk about she bigger than me. How you gonna whip somebody that's smaller than you? That's when I was like, yeah, okay. I don't respect you because that's a bunch of crap. Like, come on now. Like you were supposed to. Instead, Brick Barbie stiff AF. Okay? Now, I feel like this whole argument is just played out, and I feel like it's because he is going to be released very soon. That's why the circus is back in town. The circus is coming. The circus is coming. That's why it's coming. Okay? I feel like Chrisean, though, is completely out of line because at the end of the day, you cannot decipher whether that's your BD2, which is, to me, yet to be 100% proven, decipher what the other BM can get as child support or if they can get it at all because you're married to him. That, to me, is completely crazy. That whole soliloquy does show growth, but is it really growth if she went and physically married this man behind bars? Are you truly over it if you went and married with him? Did you truly grow as a person? Not really. That's just how I see it. And when it comes to Jaidyn, I just feel like her best bet career-wise was literally be separating herself from the circus and becoming her own person. I really feel like Baddies was that first step to try to do that, but I just feel like she lacked so much personality that it ended up being a major fail. And she was high and drunk the whole time, especially in them confessionals like this. Okay? Let me know what you guys think down below about this whole back and forth. And do y'all want Chrisean to pull up to the reunion? I say I want her to, just because I'm very interested to see a conversation between her and Tasiki again and her and Jaidyn. Okay? And I do feel like Zeus would be more than happy to cut the check for her to pull up. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down below. And we're out, babies.
No personal thing.